you're going to trust that the old eyes up here can see in this dark. We're going to pray that I can see this, okay? Okay, so good afternoon. My name is Yvonne Goodman. I'm here today representing the Quilts of Valor Foundation to award a Quilt of Valor to those who deserve to have this honor. First of all, I'd like to thank Hill Brother Transportation for allowing us to come in and honor these veterans. Also, I'd like to have you meet some of our quilters who are over here. Some of these people made some of these quilts, and they may come up and wrap the people who are getting the quilt they made. Okay, so that's the way that works. We come as a drove and invade places. Okay. So I'd like to take a few minutes to give you a little background on the Quilts of Valor Foundation. It's a national organization founded in 2003 by a Blue Star mom, Catherine Roberts. She had a son who was deployed in Iraq. One night she had a dream that was as vivid as real life. She saw a young man sitting on the side of his bed in the middle of the night, hunched over. The pervading feeling was one of utter despair. Then as if viewing a movie, in the next scene that she saw in this dream, he had a quilt wrapped around him and he seemed very calm. So she decided after that, because she was a quilter and she belonged to a lot of quilt groups, that she would begin Quilts of Valor. So since 2003, the first person to receive a quilt was a soldier who was at Walter Reed Army Medical Center. And he was from Minnesota and he had lost his leg while deployed in Iraq. Quilts of Valor Foundation is a group of volunteer quilters from all across the United States. It is powered by donations and volunteerism. It has grown so much that since that first quilt in 2003, we have awarded over 389,099 quilts. Our mission is to honor our service members and veterans who've been touched by war with comforting and healing Quilts of Valor. Our foundation represents one human being reaching out and touching another without judgment, reaching out with acceptance and with an acknowledgement of their service to our nation. A Quilt of Valor is not a charity quilt. They are not just handed out. These people have been nominated. It is an award. It is to show honor to the recipient. It is expression of gratitude and encouragement of hope, an effort to comfort and show caring for our service members and veterans. It unmistakably says, thank you for your service, sacrifice, and valor in serving this nation. So this quilt brings you this three-part message from our hearts. First, we honor you for your service. We honor you for leaving all you held dear to serve, whether in time of crisis or time of peace. Secondly, our quilters know that freedom is not free. The cost of our freedom is the dedication of the lives of men and women like you. And this quilt is meant to say thank you for your sacrifice. And finally, this quilt is meant to offer comfort to you and to remind you that although your family and friends could not be with you at all times, you are forever in our thoughts, in our hearts, and most definitely in our prayers. There are no duplicates to these quilts. We have some that look similar because we follow some patterns that are the same, but there really are not duplicates. And when I choose the quilts, I make sure I don't choose ones that are from the same group that we made during some groupings that we worked together. So these are all individually different. So the top of the quilt, with its many colors, shapes, and fabrics, represents the communities and the many individuals that we are. The middle layers, the batting, provides warmth. It represents our hope that this quilt will bring warmth, comfort, and peace, and healing to the individual who receives it. And then the bottom layer is the backing. It is the strength and support that supports the other layers. It represents the strength of the recipient, the support of his or her family, our communities, and our nation. Each stitch that holds the layers together represents love and gratitude. Now, please use this quilt. The makers of this quilt hope for you to have a daily reminder of our thanks and for you to be comforted and feel cared for each time you cover yourself with it. And please don't call it a blanket. It's a quilt. You notice I have my attitude going. Okay. It is my honor to award to these veterans, on behalf of the Quilt of Valor Foundation and our local Quilt of Valor group, their individually made Quilts of Valor. Now, the first person is going to be the sample person. What they're going to do is the people will come over here, they'll open up the quilt, and they'll show it to all of you. And you can ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Then they'll go over there, and they'll stand in the middle of the quilt and let us take a picture. I forgot to tell someone to take pictures, so I'm gonna give my...
I got it, Yvonne.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, but you're gonna have to send that to me as soon as we
Yes.
get done. Okay, so we'll take care of it. Because one of my charges is to make sure that I post it on Facebook. I have to prove to the National Association that we are using the money correctly and awarding the quilts correctly. So I have to jump through my hoops. That's one of my hoops that I have to jump through. So we'll get that going. So again, ladies, the first two are going to come up. And the first person who's going to be awarded, because I'm one of those retired English teachers, sorry, you got to deal with me, is David Davidson. He's going to stand up for just a moment, and he's going to look over there to his left to see his quilt, but he's not going to step in front of it until after everyone gets a chance to see it.
Somebody
David
needs to give
Davidson.
her the list of the ones that are here.
Oh, let me get the right one. It's William Ennis. Bill's going to stand there for a minute. He's going to wait till they pull out his quilt. They're in alphabetical order. Just Ennis, Bill Ennis, William Ennis. There's some there because people didn't stay. We don't know why. Okay, so we're going to show his quilt. Then Bill's going to go over there and stand in front of it. And he's going to smile pretty for the camera.
Prettier.
He hates this, I can see it. Okay, Bill, stay there. They're going to fold the quilt in half. Then they're going to give you what's called the Quilt of Valor hug and say thank you for your service. Okay, you're working later. Okay, I forgot to do Vietnam first. I got ahead of myself. We'll go back and do the Vietnam veterans at the end.
Keep it on.
Okay, then our next, no, don't keep it on, we don't want you to pass out. Our next honoree is Mitch Evans.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Let him open it up first. Ooh, come on. You're jumping the gun. You're jumping the gun. Okay. Now, Mitch goes. Okay, then we're going to fold it in half. Then they're going to make them very uncomfortable with the
Make a sandwich out of it.
Yeah. Our next honoree is Mitchell Johnson. He served in the United States Army. Johnson. And we get lucky, we tend to, I kind of guess about the height of the person. I wish we could put on the form the height of the person, so I make sure I choose one that's long enough, and it's amazing how many times I get it. Quilt to cover you from stem to stern, so that's the thing.
Yvonne?
Our next, yes.
He is still active duty as well.
Oh, is he? Oh. Okay, then our next honoree is Roger Murphy. He served in the United States Marine Corps. Murphy. Because remember, there's some up there that didn't stay and we don't know why, so that's why they have to look. Okay? Beautiful. Now, go ahead.
Sorry, a little hobble.
That's fine. Okay, to do that beautiful smile. Did you get it, Mary? Okay, go ahead, fold it, ladies.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Our next honoree is Jeremy Samples, who served in the United States Army.
Oh.
So we do the wah here. Wah. And he's smiling a little bit. I saw it. I saw it. Okay, you good? Go ahead, fold it in half, ladies.
There you go, Larry.
Then we have Sarah Stewart. She served in the United States Army. She's got a pretty go coming up here. Wow. Yes, ma'am. Judy, the maker sitting over there. Okay, go ahead and fold it in half, ladies. Well, the Vietnam person isn't here. Oh, he's not. Yes, him. Okay, I misled you. We thought that Emery was going to be here. He's the Vietnam veteran. You don't need to do that because he didn't show up, so we have to do that another time. We'll come back and do those four at another time. Now, the final thing I need to say to you is may this quilt bring you honor and comfort. Though we may never know the depth of your sacrifice to protect and defend the United States of America, we offer this as a gesture of gratitude from a grateful nation. For those of us who have never seen combat or been in a war zone, such experiences are beyond our capacity to comprehend. But we believe the quilts have the ability to offer both comfort and healing. We hope when you wrap your quilt around you, it will provide you the comforting spirit that we have sewn into it. In closing, I would like to say thank you to all of you for being here. You see, no one serves alone. Your family and friends are all deeply affected by your commitment. Our entire nation benefited from your service, and we will all be forever in your debt. And that debt truly extends to those of you who stood before us today. We thank you for your service. Thank you for your service.